Hello, this is Ken Ferry with this week's Boots in the Field report. All of us here at Crop Tech would like to thank all of the veterans and their families out there for your sacrifices. I hope you had a great Veterans Day. It's because of your sacrifice that we get to farm in the greatest country in the world. For the crop report this week, start out at Joe's out there at Osage, Iowa. He says they're about 75% done. Harvest has stalled due to snow and LP shortages. June corn running in that 140 to 210 range. Big difference, he says, between hybrids and what's going on out there in kernel depth compared to the May corn. So the June is got a lot shallower kernel. Move over to Northeast Iowa, talk to my brother-in-law over there, and kind of some of the same story. Harvest is being held up due to snow and gas shortages. Still have a few beans out there to come in yet, and probably better than 50% of the corn. They have been getting cold enough, though, at night, 5 below, to get the snow to blow through the combine. So the trick is you just have to quit quick enough in the morning before that snow gets soft and plugs up the sieves. His gas supplier told him to start looking for fields that could stay out there till spring, because he thinks this shortage is going to have a long tail on it. Just north of them in Minnesota this week, the farmers, a number of them have been shut off of the natural gas supply until the cold snap passes through. The crew down there in Cedar Rapids area said it looks like only about 40% of the harvest of the corn is left. Beans are done. Harvest is being held up by big lines and gas shortages and snow. June corn, though, is hanging in that 210, 230 range. Moisture's in the mid to low 20s. Here in the state, talking with Dave Walter up there at Grand Ridge, he said the area's probably got about 30 to 40% corn harvest to go yet. Most of the beans are gone. Looking at the June corn on bean ground, said is in that 210 plus range. On corn, June planted in that 190. Test weights, though, are in that 48 to 53 range. Moisture's in the 23 to 26, so again, light test weight there. Gas supply has been tight, he said, but the biggest holdup is backed up elevators due to the wet corn. Dave thought the bean harvest was pretty much done, but he was surprised he had 3 fields planted on June 25th. And the yields went from 57 to 61 bushel. So yes, that's pretty impressive for June 25th planting on soybeans. Talk with Jeff Rabideau over at Ritchie Grain in Wilmington. In his area, they have 60% of the corn crop to go yet. He thinks beans are about 95% done. Yields are holding in that 190 to over 200 bushel range, so this is better than most growers were expecting. But test weights again are light in that 49 to 55 pound range. Moisture's in that 20 to 28% range. Jeff said between the high moisture and the light test weight, it's really slowed up the drying capacity. They have to keep a close eye on their dryers so they don't catch on fire. They're still wet. Some growers are fighting getting stuck in the field, so it was kind of welcome the frozen ground they had for some growers to get back in. And he believes when it does thaw back out that we'll probably have to worry about where they drive going back into it. Jess said they've been getting plenty of gas for their 1LP dryer or their 1LP outlet, but some farmers are waiting for gas up there as well. I took a plot out in the Crescent City area this week. I would say on the trip up there, about 40% of the corn harvest is yet to go. In that area up there, June corn running in the 180 to 200 bushel range if you got rain. If you're in that belt that didn't get the rain up there, 90 to 140. We had another flex hybrid plot come out. It had 12 hybrids in it this week. The plot average at 22,000 was 213 bushel at 36,241 bushel. One variety was only 2.5 bushel better at 36,000, while another variety was 49 bushel better at 36,000. For the Crop Tech customers, we have set the date for the hand harvest. It's going to be December 18th here at the office. We'll have over 4,000 ears to count, weigh, and shell. So Many hands will make the workload a lot easier. Based on the field data that we've already collected, it's going to be some very interesting results for this year's yearbook. There's no way that we can do this without your help, so let Katie know if your operation can send some help for the hand harvest. We'll also have our beginning and advanced basic meeting on the following days, December 19th and 20th. Like it has been for over 20 years, this will be 2 days dedicated to agronomy and the crop tech systems approach. You'll receive email invites. This is a good meeting for new or potential customers, as well as other people you think would benefit in your operation, such as landlords and farm managers. A lot of anhydrous went on in areas this week, especially to the south. A lot of strip till getting done. The crew was able to get out and put in a couple of strip till plots for next year's plot season. So while the harvest has slowed growers, a lot of growers have been staying busy with tillage and strip till. Some growers planning to start the fall burn down programs next week. I would like you to keep the Ferguson family in your thoughts and prayers. Steve Ferguson of Clinton, Illinois, passed away this week at 94 years of age. Steve was one of our charter customers when we started Crop Tech over 25 years ago. Steve was a peach of a guy, and he'll be missed by all. It wouldn't hurt to add the drivers and employees working in the LP business to your prayer list as well, as they do their best to get us out of this squeeze. Snow has not shut down our soil testing crews, so keep calling in the fields as you get them out. We want to get them all pulled before it freezes up. We usually ask you to get your yield map data into the office by December 1st. Now, we realize that if things don't improve soon, a lot of growers won't be finished by then. But as soon as you finish, the quicker you can get the data to us, the quicker we can start processing it for you. We will not schedule yield map meetings until the data is in-house. So keep that in mind. Growers calling in wanting to schedule a meeting and we don't even have your data yet. Not going to work. Data's got to get here. Zach will send instructions and follow-up email on different ways to get that data in here. To stay up to date, check out our website at croptechinc.com and subscribe to our podcast, Boots in the Field Report. Keep her safe, keep her moving.